During special weekend events in the spring, a sweet aroma entices about 1,000 people to a farm in West Chazy, New York. The attraction is this.
If you're going to give your kids something sweet, you might as well give them maple syrup. It's a natural product. It's one of the best things we make here in the North Country. It's from the trees, it's organic.
It's so light and just absolutely sweet with a lot of flavor. It's so different than any other maple syrup that I've experienced ever. So good.
Special weekends at Parker Family Maple Farm in West Chazy feature pancake breakfasts, showcasing the syrup, and wagon rides, showcasing the former dairy farm turned maple sugar farm. Co-owner Michael Parker calls it the largest maple farm in the northern half of New York State.
We tap about 50,000 trees here at Parker Family Maple. Each tree that we tap gives us about 20 gallons of sap, so we produce around 1 million gallons of sap a year. 1 million gallons of sap annually, giving us about 20 to 25,000 gallons of maple syrup.
Visitors can sample the product and even learn how it's made.
Now we're lucky in the northeast region of North America. It's the only place that the sugar maple tree does grow and the only place where we can then produce the maple syrup. We tap 50,000 trees and each one has to be tapped by hand. We use these modern style tapper drills. It allows us to tap the tree precisely. We create minimal damage to the tree structure itself, so it stays healthy and produces sap for us for a long time. That way maple syrup making is very sustainable for the environment and for our farm. And we'll drill right in and then tap in the spout. And then once we made a good hole, we take our spout. Here we use these clear modern spouts and we tap that in. I'll use the hammer, thanks. And we tap it in like so.
Employees on the farm not only tap trees, they also give tours to show their guests how syrup is made.
I think because I enjoy the product so much, I really enjoy finding out how it's made.
People are always blown away when you describe the process of making maple syrup, especially people that aren't from the Northeast and aren't familiar with it.
In 1975, we started converting our operation over from the buckets to the tubing. When you show them that it takes 40 or 50 gallons of sap that comes out of the tree looking like water to make 1 gallon of syrup, they can't believe it.
We've heard a lot of numbers today as far as how much sap it takes to produce maple syrup, and that's something you don't really know when you're looking at a gallon of maple syrup. You're not thinking that, you know, possibly 40 plus gallons of sap went into that.
Clinton County, New York is one of the best places in the world to make maple syrup. There's perfect weather almost every year, and it has an abundance of nice sugar maple trees. So that's how maple started booming. We have about 8 employees, 5 full-time, and then we add on 3 seasonal employees during the actual production season from January to May or so.
Syrup maker Laura Trudeau operates the evaporator that boils sap into syrup.
To be honest, there's not many women that do what I do. I am one of the only women that I know that makes maple syrup, runs the evaporator, taps the trees in the woods, and definitely the only woman I know of that runs one this large. So it's pretty fun on that end. Sometimes I'll be working behind the counter to help out with the cash register and someone will say, "Oh, nice to meet you, young lady. Do you know much about this equipment? Can you tell me about maple syrup?" And it's like, well, actually, I can tell you a good bit about it. So I'm pretty proud of how far I've come as far as that goes.
Parker Maple Farm makes and sells their own products, including maple candy and maple cream. They also help other people who might want to try making syrup themselves.
We also do some contracting, like if a person wants to get into the maple business, we go to their operation and install the equipment. We'll build them their sugar house for them. We're a commodity broker also, so we buy and sell bulk maple syrup for a large scale company in New Hampshire that repackages it under different names.
In addition to the employees, the farm gets additional support from Jake and Acer, and often an intern.
We try to take on one intern a year through them. They offer a work-study program at CV Tech, and we'll take a student and help them.
Parker says he'd like to see his business grow by 10% each year.
We have the resources to grow. The trees are here, the land is here. People are coming to us and asking us to tap their trees for them, so we're going to continue to push forward that way. We want to hire more help, we want to get bigger, we want to try to help the whole area.